Welcome to the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. We discuss 6 questions in less than 9 minutes because leaders know how to be concise. Let's jump right into it with the first question. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, everybody. My name is Zohaib Patoli. I am the CEO of Snap Web Services, amongst other businesses that I hold. I own travel centers, chain of smoke shops, a CBD company, and etc. So you can read more about me on my LinkedIn and all that I do.
Great. Question number 2. What's the best thing about working with a team?
Honestly, the best thing that I've seen with working with the team is, I love this. There's this one quote, I just forgot who said it. It was, if you want to go fast, you go by yourself. And if you want to go far, you go as a team. Right. And I feel like that puts it all together, sums it up really well together, just because the thing is, a lot of things, of course you can feel like, hey, I can do this better. Yeah, it might be quicker, but in terms of longevity, I've always feel like long-term goals are just more, just overall more successful and better for yourself. Just working with the team just solidifies, you have someone to depend on, you have outside perspective, you have people to help you out whenever you get stuck, there's so much that goes behind with it. Just having a team on, you're right behind you, have a team supporting you. You never know when you'll need someone, and everyone has a different form of value they can bring onto the table that you just might not have been, you might not have thought about before. You might not have that experience because they had to go to their unique journey with that experience and then call it knowledge.
Well, those are some great insights. Thank you. Question number 3. I hear from other leaders of teams that it can be a challenge to get team members engaged. Tell me your thoughts.
I think this is something great, especially with what's going on in the world right now with the pandemic, because a lot of people are working remote. A lot of people aren't in their usual environment. There's a lot of change going on right now. There's a less sense of inspiration, aspiration, motivation. Right. And, this was a challenge for me as well. Just because, I manage a team of over 113 people, and just being able to, get to them, we're on marketing, we have clients, and we're still ensuring that our clients are getting, deliverables during this tough time in this pandemic, because their business is now, it's all digital, right? The stores are closed. So they're really depending on their digital avenue to bring in that source of revenue. So keeping my team engaged so we can, still give that deliverable to the client and, help the was definitely a challenge for me, and I feel like as a leader, you have to understand the people on your team. You have to know what makes them tick. You have to know why they breathe. You have to know, what's their goal in life. And I feel like really understanding your team, comes into play on getting them over through the tough times in life, and getting them over to the times where everything feels uncertain or they're going through a personal issue. So it's all about just being human. You can't really, make this robotic. You can't really automate this part of, any organization. You have to sit with your team. You have to communicate with them. And I feel like communication is what, really kept us together, letting the team know that you're going to be there for them one way or the other, whether it's in a financial manner, whether it's in hey, if you need to distress, you can call me anytime, or you want to brainstorm about something, we're available. Right. So it is definitely, a challenge, like I said, right now with everything going on, it was really hard for us to really keep the team level headed, to keep the team less stressed out. So, it's just something as you have to know so you can have your unique approach to how to keep your team going.
Yeah, definitely interesting times. So thank you for those very appropriate comments for the time that we're in. Question number 4. What other piece of advice would you give to professionals who are leading a team?
First of all, communication. Like I said before, you just got to know your people. It's just that simple. You're dealing with other people. You got to know how they're feeling. You definitely have to, ramp up on how to read them. You got to, I feel like emotional intelligence is very important, because you have to be empathetic with your team. The thing is, if, someone's working for you, 8-10 hours, maybe a day at most, majority of their life revolves around you. So you can't, expect them to just constantly having to worry about this organization. They have other parts of their life, and just recognizing they're other humans, and just really going to that, fact, and not treating them as if like, hey, they're just working here and that's it. Really making them feel a part of their family, of your organization. I feel like that's definitely important. I feel like over trust. At the end of the day, no matter who you're working with, whether it's a close family member, your best friend, or just just somebody you decided to hire due to the resume, I feel like it's very important to keep everybody accountable, including yourself. Not just, hey, are you on top of everything? But as a leader, are you on top of it? Are you being accountable to your team members? Are you doing what you're supposed to do as a leader to fulfill your role? I feel like that is definitely key on, anything. And also just having fun with your team, we always do team development things once a month, once a quarter. I mean, we have remote offices in other parts of the country where I'll go out there every quarter, or I'll have our office admins or office managers there, take the team out. We do a whole bunch of team development things here all the time. We go play golf together, grab dinner, have a movie night, and just, be in a normal sense outside of a work environment to really, keep the team running. Because the thing is, it's like you need a brain, everything has to work together, and just the same thing with an organization, right? Your team members, especially if you're in a service-based environment like myself, it's, my assets are my people, right? So I have to treat that, how you would treat, if you're a car dealer, all the cars in your lot, you make sure they're nice, clean, they look good, so when customers come, they want to pick them out. Same thing over here. My team is my asset, so I want to make sure that they're looking good. I give my team advice all the time. They're like, hey, where can I get this? And just being there for them, like as a mentor, as an older brother, as a teacher, whatever you want to call it, just being there for them, helping them outside of work too. I tell my team, you have anything to talk about, whether it's office, whether it's your personal life, whether it's education, just whatever it is, my door's open. Just come sit down, have a chit chat. We'll have a drink, some tea together, and we'll just communicate.
Love the open door policy. That's great. Question number 5. What other successful team leaders, such as yourself, would you like to recognize as having a positive influence in your life?
That's, one of the great things, and of course, I'll start off with, someone I definitely love as a, in his HR orientation managers organization. I really do enjoy, Gary Vaynerchuk. He's the CEO of VaynerMedia, which is another marketing organization. He's very, I love what he always says, that HR first, it's your team first. And I feel like that's, a lot of leaders kind of, because the thing is, we're dealing with so many things. You're dealing with the company books, you're dealing with goals, you're dealing with how to take the organization here, you're dealing with all the stress that we always neglect so much other aspects of the organization. And I feel like, just being, HR first, I think that was like just amazing what Gary Vaynerchuk said. I definitely like, just like, love that, aspect is just being human, it's not rocket science, just being human, being there for someone.
Great. Thank you. Final question. Tell us about your first job.
Okay. So my first job was, I was a stalker gas station, and I was working for a family member. And I was just, like 13 years old after school. I'd tell my friends, yeah, I'm going to work. And they'd be like, well, you have a job? Like everyone's like, didn't believe it. And, as an immigrant, it's just like, hey, we have to work in order to survive. Right. And that's always our mentality, the survival mentality. Right. So I remember my first job was just a stalker boy. I was working for a family member at his gas station. And I just used to clean up here and there. And, it was just, it was definitely humbling. It was definitely, at a young age, it really instills a humility in you. It instills hard work in you, because you have to, essentially just be the runner boy. Hey, clean this, go clean the toilets. Hey, stock this up, do this, do that,
Definitely establishes some work ethic, doesn't it? That's great.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks so much for being on the podcast. So how can people find you?
The best place to, reach out to me, it's going to be my LinkedIn. Connection request with you. You send me a message back out. You can either or you can email me at zpatoli@snapwebservices.com, or just find me at LinkedIn, Zohaib Patoli search. My title is CEO of Snap Web Services, so you can reach out there.
Okay, very good. Thanks so much. We appreciate you joining us today. This is Sean Richards with the Team Engagement Podcast. And for more ideas, you can find us on LinkedIn by searching Blue Sky Business Consulting. Thanks so much. Have a great day.